U.S. officials and a defense official. We're learning tonight that NORAD has sent up an air, is apparently monitoring an unidentified balloon. Some breaking news now in from our Pentagon team, because the military is apparently monitoring an unidentified balloon flying over the USA out west, according to 2 U.S. officials and a defense official. We're learning tonight that NORAD has sent up an aircraft to check it out after this balloon was seen over Utah today. They say it doesn't appear to be a national security threat, but I want to bring in Courtney Cuba, who is joining us now. So, Court, whenever anybody thinks of a balloon flying over the U.S., people think of that China balloon that you so notably reported on last year. What do we know? What do we not know?
Yeah, and Hallie, this is almost exactly a year after that China balloon flew over the United States. It was late January, early February when that one happened. Now, this seems to be a pretty different situation than that one last year.
Let me be clear. That's what we're showing here, right? This is not,
yes.
I want to just be clear with our viewers. This is not the balloon. This is not the Today balloon.
Yeah, and if you look at the balloon that we were just showing there, though, again, that was the China spy balloon that we've reported on extensively over the course of the last year. What we're learning about the one today is, frankly, it's an unidentified balloon. The U.S. officials do not know who it belongs to or its point of origin. But as you mentioned, NORAD scrambled some fighter jets earlier today after it was spotted over Utah. It was flying about 43,000 to 45,000 feet, so they sent those jets up there to check it out and see if it was potentially a threat. Now, they determined, they've assessed, it is not a national security threat. It's not maneuverable, so it doesn't have a rudder like the China spy balloon that we've all been talking about. And it does not pose a threat to civilian or military aviation, according to these officials. But the U.S. is still going to keep monitoring it. So the big question continues to be, who owns this balloon? What's it doing up there? You'll remember after the China spy balloon, the FAA imposed some rules saying, hey, if you're going to put these balloons up there for weather or whatever, or experimentation, you got to register them and let us know. It seems that this one was not registered.
Is it fair to say, Court, or maybe we don't know this yet, that because it is not a national security threat, or does not appear to be one at this point, the U.S. isn't going to go and take steps to try to shoot it down? Like, in other words, they're going to just kind of watch it and see what happens?
Unless it's deemed a national security threat, or again, a threat to civilian aviation. But I think the reason that we can't say for sure what they're going to do is, you'll remember after the U.S. shot down the spy balloon, they shot down a number of other unidentified balloons in the next week or 10 days afterwards. So it's not unprecedented for the U.S. to shoot down a balloon just because they don't know what it is. At this point, officials are not talking about that. But the fact that they're continuing to monitor it or try to figure out exactly what it is may be indicative that they're keeping every option on the table. I will say, unlike the China spy balloon, which again you're seeing here on the screen, this one has a very small payload. So it's sort of a small box about 2 feet in diameter, according to the officials we spoke with.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated on breaking news and top story.
Shalom, that was relating to U.S. military monitor unidentified balloon flying over the western portion of the U.S. earlier today over near Utah area, spotted over Utah, and they send fighter jets to determine what it was, whether it was a national security threat. That's an NBC report. Sirach 5 and 15 talks about be not ignorant anything great or small, man. I'm gonna go to Ezekiel 38 and 11 real quick. Something quick. So last year we had relating to a balloon, you know, I believe was doing under weather experimentations, weather research or weather research, surveying or research or reporting. So this is an unidentified balloon today. There's a report, various other reports. Ezekiel 38. Get that just quick. Get a GNT real quick. I will invade in a land of unwalled villages. And a wall is something that's not have defenses, barriers, or protection. And I will attack a peaceful and unsuspecting people. And that's the populace, the population of masses of people in that respected area. all of them living without walls, without gates and bars. Let's get it. So it's going into unoccupied space, man. You know what I mean? You will plunder and loot the people who live in a city that were once in ruins, man. They have gathered from the nations, and now they have livestock and property and live at crossroads of the world. That goes to pretty much sieging, invasion, siege, and occupying person, place, and things, man. Unwalled villages, which goes to towns because of the lack of defenses, barriers, or secure form of borders, man. You know what I mean? That's what you're seeing, man. You know what I mean? Whether it's from the people invading from different parts of the world, or people or objects or things in the sky invading in pretty much either unrestricted zone or areas that they shouldn't be in, man. And that's what you're seeing, man. All right, this was something short. This relates to that port. That's NBC News. And give all praise, Yahweh Shem Yahshua. Honors men in truth on down. For this truth of knowledge, so we know this truth of knowledge, and Kawadi Yahweh Shem Yahshua for putting the spirit of men in truth on down, so we know this truth of knowledge. Call Yahweh Shem Yahshua Bashem Makakadash. Give all praise, Yahweh Shem Yahshua Bashem Makakadash. Zayah Shalom.